morning. Thank you for time my invitation. I am sorry for this invitation is not for you. This research topic is about how to deal with in the wastewater on the acidic water using supercritical water oxidation. The research objective is first we want to identify the kinetic rate of the acidic with water in the supercritical water oxidation. And then second, we want to find the optimal solution, which is the theoretical fraction is higher than 99.99. And the third is the most important thing, we want to recover the chromium. As you know that the LCD nowadays is running very interface with all the applications. We can see easily our daily life, like in the computer, in the calculator, or in the microwave. As we know that there is commonly there is a three steps of the LCD manufacturing process. First is the active process, second start process, and the third is module process. I will not explain how this works, but I want to mention what kind of waste is the process from this steps. And it's from the active process usually the process to liquid and solid. But the most important is the wastewater content of 90 until 95% of water-based material. This is really harmful because the content of the waste, like for chromium or CV. And the second process is also produce the liquid and the solid. It will produce in the liquid the wastewater content of the organic solvent. Some of the organic solvent is the OPA, not OPA, different of the amine. And the third process is the module process. It's only the final step, so they will produce gas and solid. In this step, we didn't deal with the gas and solid, we only consider about the wastewater. And then, since we want to treat this with the supercritical, it's better for me to introduce what is supercritical fluid. Supercritical fluid is the condition where the liquid is above the critical point. In the critical point, the liquid, this condition, the liquid and gas will be homogeneous, and then we have the liquid power and the gas power. The liquid like quantity of density and the water power, and then the gas line will be consist of the viscosity and diffusivity effect. And it is supercritical fluid that we can have many strengths, but in this we will use the supercritical water oxidation. So, the effect of the supercritical water oxidation is in the supercritical condition, there is no boundary layer. So, all of the phase will be homogeneous. So, this reaction occurs in the homogeneous phase, and in this condition also, there will eliminate the wave transfer resistance. Since there is no boundary layer, so only the charge expansion time the reaction is originating. This is the schematic diagram of the core experiment in our lab. We use the preheater and two kind of preheater. First kind of preheater of the oxidant. In this one we use oxidant of hydrogen peroxide, and the second one is the preheater for the waste. And the experimental condition is from 396 until 615 degrees Celsius, and the pressure is 250 bar. And the COD initial concentration is from 6.88 power minus 4 until 1.8 power minus 1. And the regular pressure concentration is from 9.3 power minus 3 until 2.69 power minus 1 bar. And the precision time starts from 9 until 23 seconds. All of the wet parts were made from the Ferricel 316. Here the result of the experiment we have done in our lab. So as you can see from this picture, first is the real wastewater. The color is really dark. So after the treatment, by increasing the temperature, we will find the final result. This is pure like water. So from this table we can see the compression. In Portland we see the compression of the COD is here 70.70%, but in the high temperature we get what we award is 99.99% the compression. And the residence time is around 0.10 seconds. And from this we also can got the carbon of the chromium. We got the chromium, the carbon start from 444 degrees Celsius is 97.2. In the high temperature we got the high compression 98.38%. So you can say that the chromium recovery efficiency is more than 97%, and the theory combustion can go about 99.9. So this is the theory combustion based on the effect of the initial COD concentration, and the second is the effect of the hydrogen peroxide, and the effect of the pressure. And we can see here the effect of the initial concentration. In a high initial concentration, so we can get the higher concentration of the COD with the state of the condition. And also the effect of the hydrogen peroxide, by increasing the condition, the initial concentration of hydrogen peroxide, we also can get the higher concentration of COD. But there is no, we can say there is no change of the phase pressure. We start from 230 and 290. This is the concentration almost in the same level. We use the initial rate method and then nonlinear regression to find the kinetic rate of each mass. We already defined that the rate is of the COD compression like this, and then by the initial nonlinear regression, we find that the output of the COD and hydrogen peroxide. Then we can work this equation. And then we make the value plot from the kinetic condition and the experimental condition. And we can see here all of the conditions and results we can say is from the direction of this plot. So we can say that our result is valid. And this is the picture of the particle that we got from the LCD wastewater. This is actually, we want to know what it is. So we try to analyze it using the XRD data. From the XRD data, X-ray spectrum data of the particle we obtain in the experiment. So in the first condition, in the temperature is 400 degrees, we don't see any kind of the particle here. We don't see any kind of the real particle in here. Then we increase the temperature in the 550. Still, we cannot see any reflection. But in the higher temperature, 650, we find that there is a chromium oxide here, and also we find in here is alpha chromium hydroxide. Then we try to incinerate the particle that we got in the 1000 degrees Celsius for 4 hours. Then we find that all of the particles consist here of chromium oxide. Then, further that we want to know how this particle grows and how this particle change into the chromium oxide. We use the ammonium bichromate. Ammonium bichromate is most of the common photoresist material. So we try to put to the temperature of 400 degrees, and we find that there is two kinds. We find only the chromium hydrogen oxide. Then in the high temperature about 500 degrees, we find there is two kinds of the particle here, chromium oxide and alpha chromium hydroxide. And then based on this study, we want to conclude that the mechanism of the reaction in the LCD wastewater is like this. Chromium contains the organic component will be reaction with the wastewater, critical water. It will produce the chromium alpha chromium hydroxide plus this one, XA, this organic component. Then second reaction occurs by increasing the temperature. that alpha chromium hydroxide will internally decompose into the chromium oxide in the water. And the final reaction is this one, XH, is called organic reaction with the oxygen will produce CO2 and water. This reaction 2 is a function of temperature. As the temperature increases, the reaction rate will be increased. We also took the temperature to identify the particle shape. This is the 400 degree, this is 550, and this is 600 degree. In the low temperature, by the increasing the temperature, so the particle grows, and you can see that in the 600 degree, the particle appears here. This is, we can say this is, I don't know exactly what it is, but in the high temperature, after calculation, we find the nice shape of this particle chromium oxide. We also try to use the particle line using the electron light scattering. Then we find that this is the expression particle size. As the temperature increases, the particle also grows because in the high temperature, the sintering process is observed. So the conclusion of our research here, the wastewater from the FCD manufacturing plant to be completely started as supercritical water oxidation, and then second, the conversion quicker than 99.99% can be obtained within 10 seconds at the temperature 615. And we also define the kinetic of the wastewater decomposition versus the global problem rate by using this equation, and then the recovery efficiency of chromium for silicon water is greater than 7%. Therefore, my conclusion